I believe that it is time for forgiving. I believe that it is time for healing. I believe that it is time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace. I believe that is now, and that the AFC was born for a time such as this. I quote, with your indulgence, Mr. Chairman, words from one of our national songs, song Guyana's Children. Onward, upward, may we ever go. Day by day its strength and beauty grow, till at length we each of us may show what Guyana's sons and daughters can be rather. Born in the land of Kaito's shining splendor, land of the palm tree, the croton, and the fern, we would possess all the virtues and his, we all the glory, goodness would learn. Born in the land where men sought El Dorado, land of the diamond and bright shining gold, we would build up by our faith, love, and labor, God's golden city which never grows old. Thus, to the land which to us God has given, may our young bring our gift rich and rare. Thus, as we grow, may the worth of Guyana shine with a glory beyond all compare. End of quote. This very stirring national song speaks not only of our diversity, but speaks more to the strength and positives of our unity and achievement if and when we finally decide to celebrate our unique diversity, and when we acknowledge that when woven together, we will bring the elusive Dorado to Guyana. That which stubborn, the selfish, the haughty, the vengeful, and the full will never find and be able to enjoy. As I come to the end, Mrs. Chairman, permit me please, and I hope I don't run foul of too many persons, to recognize the tremendous effort of those who contributed to bringing us this second completion point. It has been a very difficult fight for us, and those of us who lead know that leadership, as I've always said, is a very lonely, sometimes treacherous task. But for today's event, I'd like to recognize Salim. Could you stand, who has been the architect of all that culminated in this afternoon's event. Dr. Somar, who is our dynamo from the New York, New Jersey camp, without whose influence and patience and ability to manage not only AFC condition and 7 emergency rooms simultaneously, I don't know how he does it, helps us to raise much needed financing. Golda, if she's here, Amar, Mr. Sid Edwards, Martin, Shamir, who is in Bermuda leave, Saith, Taron, Dr. Kamraj, Clayton Hall, Dick, Fitz, Michael, Punala, Bill Moore, Dr. Amaya, and so many countless others. As I go now, I pray and ask God to guide us as He did His children in the wilderness. And I'm rid of the words on a plaque in my office that says, and I quote, that the will of God will never take you where the grace of God will not protect you. May His will carry us. May His grace bless our endeavors and protect us as we go. Thank you. Good evening.
Introduce the next speaker, who is a very, very faithful son of AFC. He lives in New York, and like so many others who left the shore, he has distinguished himself in the United States of America. He was born in the county of East. He has a Bachelor's of Science degree in biochemistry and also free from Seton Hall University. He's a Doctor of Medicine at Mount Sinai in New York. He's a board-certified emergency medical practitioner. He's chairman of the Department of Emergency Medicine at St. Clair's Health System, president and CEO of 7 medical practices in the United States of America. He's on the board of directors of several multi-million US dollar businesses. He's the chairman of the New York, New Jersey AFC chapter and the U.S. rep for the AFC. He's also America's top physician in emergency medicine for 5 years running. He is, of course, married with 4 children and lives in Region 10 in New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, can you put your hands together for the son of the soil, Dr. Rohan Somar.
Thank you, Raphael, for those kind words. Good afternoon, everybody. How you guys doing? You fired up? Ready to go? You gotta be fired up. You gotta be ready to go. Or else Obama won't like that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my honor to be here this afternoon and to say a few words on behalf of the diaspora. Madam Prime Minister, Mr. President, Mr. Leader, my fellow AFC members, honored guests, and my fellow Guyanese. I want, on behalf of the thousands of AFC members in the diaspora and supporters, I bring greetings to all and a congratulations to AFC. Folks, we have supporters and members throughout the world in the diaspora. From New York, I bring greetings, from the US, I bring greetings from New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Atlanta, Georgia, and Florida. In addition, from our sister chapters in the UK, in Canada, the Caribbean, including all our sister islands, St. Lucia, Barbados, Grenada, and so many more. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I bring greetings from as far as Malaysia. There are folks, there are Guyanese all over this planet looking at what's happening in Guyana. Folks, know that the AFC and supporters, rather, the AFC members and supporters in the diaspora stand willing, ready to continue to support the AFC and our Guyanese brothers and sisters. It is important, however, that you know or you understand why do we want to support the AFC and our brothers and sisters in Guyana. You see, folks, just like you on every day, us in the diaspora, we face some of the same challenges as you do. As we go about our daily lives to provide for our families, to survive, we face discrimination, we face racism, day in and day out, just like you do over here. In addition, we face one additional burden, and that is we are all immigrants beyond these shores. We are displaced Guyanese. While, though, you must understand, the thing that burns in us or keeps our fire going, that while we are outside of Guyana, Guyana always remains inside of us. So we want to come home. We want to come back. Nigel mentioned that a large majority is still looking to leave. There is a large majority out there looking to come back and want to come back and patriate our homeland. We are, after all, displaced Guyanese. Folks, when we come back, what would we like to see? When we come back to the villages that we were born and grew up, communities, and this country of our birth, what would we like to see? Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's no different that you want to see for your community or your village. We want to be safe in our homes. We want to go to bed at night, not worried that we're going to be terrorized, vandalized, or even killed. We don't want to suffer the fate of so many Guyanese who return, and within a matter of days or hours, they have been gunned down, maimed, shot at, and killed in their own home or in their own community. We want to see neighborhoods where our children can play about freely, like I remember when I was a kid up in Bushla. We want to see the police as protectors of our rights and our freedoms, not to be feared by them. We want to see an educational system where our children will have a first-class education, that they can compete and be successful in this 21st century global economy. We want to see a healthcare delivery